Okay, was I gonna say something? I was gonna say something, I completely forgot what I was gonna do. Where's the studio option? There you go. One second. The screen's all fucked up. I wonder where it is. I just... There it is. Oh my god, I'm blind. Okay. I'm like literally clicking on the OBS like output monitor source to like, what's it called? Move my character around. What was I looking up? Okay, there we go. Now I can see everything that's going on.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, welcome. Oh shit, a free Roomnight Rock based. What was I gonna talk about? I'm gonna be doing the Inferno a little bit today. However, before I get started with the Inferno, I was gonna look a little bit over the new updates and just like chat and give some of my thoughts about all of that stuff. Because I figured it'd just be a good idea to go ahead and what's it called? Try to look at those because I haven't really looked at the game for a while. I've been so out of it recently because I just haven't been around. So I haven't really had much of a chance to check that stuff out. So I will go ahead and look at that stuff a little bit quickly, and then I will go ahead and probably die at the Inferno a billion times. That's gonna be pretty fun. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna be mining some amethyst. So I'm gonna pull that up quickly. Let us look at the most recent things that have come up. We have, what is the main things we have? Project Rebalance. There's been a lot of stuff that's come out recently. Jesus. Give me a second. I gotta pull that stuff up for me. There's a lot that's come out recently in a short period of time. So, let's change the view over to monitor screen. Okay. Alright, here we go. God, my wrist is fucking killing me. Holy shit. Here quickly. Whatever. Not gonna worry about it. Okay. Let's look what we got here. First thing we're gonna look at, Project Rebalance. Okay. I feel like a lot of people have given their opinions about all this. I haven't really looked at it super in depth, and I haven't really even voted for everything yet. So I'm kind of figured I'd just do that on stream and just see what my thoughts are and all this, because I just haven't looked at all this stuff yet. So let's go through this quickly before I go to the Inferno, because I feel like I need to give my thoughts about this. I'm kind of curious. Agility courses. This is all part of the idea of rebalancing all the skills. Now, rebalancing the skills. I think this is like very much needed. It does kind of get into the question of like, are we, you know, is RuneScape meant to be kind of like a museum or like a bit of a old school, meant to be like a bit of a monument to the past, and like, should we just keep the stuff like untouched and just kind of archaic, but just leave it as it is? It's tough to say. It's hard to say, like, because I feel like, I'll move this up to the side here, because I feel like RuneScape is this game that should update with time. And it's kind of annoying for them to have to reinvent the wheel every time they want to make some new content, in my opinion. So, and it would be nice to see these older things kind of like have some sort of utility, so at least they were like preserved and at least interacted with somewhat. But it is going to kind of suck that we're going to lose the old versions of how maybe some of these things were jank and stuff like that in the past, but we'll see. Anyways, agility. Agility level is one of the most impactful skills in the game. Absolutely. Increase the speed at which your run energy regenerates. Yep. Which is fun, which is only really important in the early game and not at all that important later, because you're always going to be on staminas later. So there's a good point to be made about how this needs to be fucking changed, because run energy is just, ugh, it's so bad right now. I didn't realize how bad it was until I guess until I got to higher level and realized how annoying it was to just constantly like be bringing staminas everywhere, and it doesn't even matter. Like having a higher agility level doesn't give you anything, which is so silly. So, anyways, agility courses are your primary training method from 1 to 99. Yep, non-com to lock to new chores. Check wiki and then see if that's really not worth, and then see that it's not really worth your time. Okay, so they want to change the current XP per hour to another version, which I'm guessing is to make it a little bit more efficient or useful to use. Which, I mean, in my mind, I don't see a downside to this whatsoever. This is just all around a good idea. They also want to change the level requirements. So, okay, yes. So, Drainer Village Rooftop to level 1. You know what? That makes sense. I think that makes sense, roughly because it's literally the first thing you see in the game. And it would prevent them from in leagues having to start everybody at level 10 so they can do Draenor. Ugh. Yeah, I have no downsides to this. There's no downsides to this, in my opinion. Good idea. Overall. Shazian basic course, make it so that it's, like, at least a little better. I mean, like, the problem is, like, this is all well and good, but, like, literally it is not worth your time. Like, if you're a Zaya-only Ultimate Iron Man or some crazy fuck shit or whatever, like, fine. You know, then this is useful, but, like, for most players, this is useless. Like, no one is gonna be like, oh, yeah, I'll train agility right away at Chase. It's just, no, you wouldn't do that. I don't know, maybe you would. I just don't see there's to be much reason to do this. Gnome Stronghold Agility course. I mean, I think it does make sense to give it, like, some utility, but it's just like, okay, guys, come on. I don't see a reason to make this level 10, to be honest with you. Just because, like, keep it as much the past as we can while also making it, like, somewhat useful. This is like, oh, because we're locking an extra 1k per hour behind the level 10. It's like, yeah, maybe, but just, like, again, there's gonna be no reason to do this. What is the RSXP table? Like, how much? Not right now, right later. What's the cumulative amount to get to 10? Okay, it's 1000 XP. You will be here. Actually, what's the thing? The thing after is Alcarid, right? Which is 20. So you will be here you will be at the Draenor course for a maximum of half an hour, less than half an hour probably, to get to level 20, which is to get to Alcarid, and then you'll walk down the street to get to Alcarid. You will have no reason to touch this, like, ever. If it's level 1, you might have some justification for it because it's slightly better XP per hour, and, like, if you're going to be going there anyways, and while you're there you might as well do it, sure. But, I mean, still, it's competing for any sort of utility because you're getting marks of grace in this as well. I don't know, man. This just seems, I wouldn't agree with this. This idea is kind of pointless to me. That being said, it would be annoying that there's nothing in between here, but whatever. From 1 to 10. So, I think it's just, I get it, but just, I'd honestly keep all these at level 1, and then just, like, make this a little bit better. Yeah. I don't think it's a better idea. Actually, I think it's a good idea as well, but, like, I don't think this is useful, in my opinion. Alcrid Rooftop Course, this is fine. It is kind of like a horrible method, and it gives very little. Level 30's Agility Period, although realistically, you're probably never going to get that amount of XP. You're probably going to get way less because you're going to fail so much, so this is fine in my opinion. Varrock Rooftop is 14k, fine with me, this is okay. Penguin Agility Course is 30k at level 30. The thing about rooftop courses is that they give marks of grace, But this is fucking nuts. It's nuts how much better the oh Jesus. It's nuts how much better this agility course is relative to the Varrock rooftop course. That's wild to me. But whatever. Barbarian Outpost is I wonder why the music stopped. I'll look at it later. I'll look at it later. Barbarian Outpost, 18k plus 5k strength XP. From an efficiency standpoint, this might not be a bad idea. If you're a low level of strength, this might be a great way to get your strength up, right? Because you'll be getting it faster than just like punching chickens or something. But no, this actually might not be a bad idea. I'm totally in favor of this. This might be useful. I guess it also keeps in line with the barbarians that giving you a strength XP, so this is fine with me. Shazing Advanced course, 30k. I guess this is locked behind Cold War. Sure, I mean, I don't know, it's kind of a little bit out of the way, so maybe that's why, but whatever. This is, I mean, to be fair, at the end of the day, this makes it have more utility, still kind of not that useful. Canvas rooftop course, fine. It's fine by me. You know, I mean, I wish it was a little higher because, yeah, but you're not really getting much. So I guess they're really trying to motivate you to leave the rooftop courses and go do other stuff. But then, like, at the same time, why is this so low relative to these other rooftop courses? You know, I would think, given the way this is currently going, these are almost like double the XP per hour of the equivalent rooftop course. Almost at least somewhere between 50 to, I mean, this is 48, so that's probably a little higher. Okay, that makes sense. Never mind. But yeah, you're still running into weird issues. Like, Ape Atoll is so much higher. Now, granted, it's more like Ape Atoll is probably around 30k and then gets up from 30k as you get to higher levels. But still, I don't know. Maybe the logic here is that, like, it's not starting as the faces regular dramatic decrease as your agility increases up to 75. So maybe, okay, I see. So maybe it's like you would come here for a little bit and then come to the Ape Atoll agility course. Okay, I can be more susceptible to that. I can be more amenable to that. Okay, anyways, Valador rooftop course. Yeah, the Valador rooftop course is extraordinarily underwhelming. Very slow XP per hour. It's actually, sorry, it's way better than Canvas. Holy shit, apparently. I thought it was really bad. My mistake. I never really go to it though, because you always just stay at Canvas or Marks of Grace. Anyways, Wilderness Agility course, they want to keep it the same, but they want to unchange as part of our project reveals will change as a result of the recently pulled changes. Oh yeah, where you get like way more XP and more rewards or something like that? Okay, never mind. Hollowed Sepulchre Floor 1 is still a little bit lower than the Wilderness Agility course. There's no reason to change it. It's more intense than Hollowed Sepulchre, and I think that should be more XP. Oh, this is the Wilderness, sorry. The Werewolf Agility course is way better than Hollowed Sepulchre, and I think that it's like kind of goated. No one talks about it. Sears Village, they want to lower it. Probably to make it more comparable to like Hollowed Sepulchres or lowers. Okay, and that's fine with me. I think the XP per hour is like this whole time, by the way, you also have like Werewolf, which is really good. So I think this is okay. Cold of Nietzsche, fine with me. Dorgish Khan. Yeah, Dorgish Khan's actually goated, but no one talks about it at all. Anyways, Cold of Nietzsche with Desert Heart. I think they're going to add something to make it a little bit better. Okay, 60k. Hollowed Sepulchre is still better. You get money from it. Prefentis Agility course is really, really good. Relica Rooftop. I mean, they thought about it. I'm fine with all this. I think this is okay. There's nothing about this that I'm unhappy with. So these changes smooth out the XP rates between the things. Roofs are steady production, reward those who kept up with their achievement timers at even better rates. Whose die rates also less improve some of the high-level courses like Fallen Beach and Relica. Something requirements are general roof John. Okay, Kanakula. Sure. Sure. I guess that's okay. Two options they would like to add on across all of them is what? Add Marks of Grace to all regular agility courses, including the Penguin, Barbarian, Chasing, Ape Atoll. This gets grace. That grace gets around. Remove various points of failure towards the end of agility courses. We shan't name names, but it's Canifis. Canifis is the problem here. Yeah, that's kind of annoying, and so I agree. It would help that a lot. But also, the adding Marks of Grace. I don't know if I like that. The reason why I'm not sure I like that is because, like, what becomes the point of the rooftop courses then? They're essentially pointless. I think it might be better to add Marks of Grace, but just put it at a low rate, and then make it so that at the regular courses, the Marks of Grace are way more common. That might be a better idea, I think. Anyways, Brimhaven Agility. Oh, the next course, so special deserves its own category. Yes. Yes, Brimhaven Agility Arena. This place is a piece of shit. I hate it. But all those cool stuff for agility is a little dessert these days because it sucks ass. They want to make it more suitable for people with level 40 plus agility up to some reasonable drop-off point where other methods pull ahead. Make up the lack of markup grace with competitive exit rates for that level range suitably for a high-intensity skilling method. Okay, I like this idea. Something high-intensity is definitely needed. Add some polish and reduce frustrations. The current system heavily punishes failure. 1 second, I'm just banking, bro. It heavily punishes failure. Okay. Add some polish and reduce frustrations. Absolutely. The current system heavily pushes down doesn't feel like great when you act right in the arena at the lower end of its level range. Yes, true. If you're at level 40, this place fucking blows. Okay, cool. I agree with all these overall so far. I disagree with any of these things here. Those are right on specifically. If you like that list, you're gonna love this one. Update various traps to feel more responsive and smooth. Thank fucking god. Holy shit, some of the traps suck ass. Adjust fail rate so the agility XP is better suited to its intended level range. Fine, give XP players a flat XP when handing tickets into jacket instead of XP rates at scale with agility level. Yeah, I think it's better. Give players out XP when they obtain tickets. Okay, that's fine. I like this. Every X ticks obtained players receive a Brimhaven store voucher named to be decided, which can be exchanged for any of the non-XP rewards in practice. Okay, I like this all. This is all a good idea. Add amulets to Pirate Jack's fruit store. I don't think this is necessary, but sure, we can do it, I guess. Remove the red ticket system, meaning you'll always get your ticket for your first pillar. Sure, fine, sounds good. Prevent world hopping, log out when that place people outside the thing. Okay, fine. On the Brimhaven Agility theme worlds, the first player to touch a pillar will get an extra chunk of XP, a little hyping up game. This will improve social and so make those sort of just a little bit more fun. Yeah, I think this is cool. I think this is a good idea. I like all of these. These all sound great. Unlock a few shortcuts. Shortcuts suck ass. Wilderness Lava Mage remove the diary requirement for some of these. Fine. I don't see a problem with any of these. Look, there's anything I don't like. Shiloh Village Stepping Stone. I don't know if I don't care. Yeah, if this is removed, I don't give a shit. I was gonna say, I actually don't know if I really just dislike this, but now that I think about it more, I don't care. Same thing with this. This is fine. I don't care. Miscellaneous docked, etc. Stepping stone. Yeah, that's a dire requirement. That's stupid if it is. Alcarid Palace window. Yeah, it's also stupid. Let's just get rid of it. Changing things until moved up and moved south and sped up. Yes, they should just be all sped up. Okay. Sped up considerably. Yeah, because it's literally like not any faster than just going towards it. Anyways, Forthos Dungeon, Spike Blades jump. I don't even know anything about this. From Accelerator Caves jump. Spike Blades jump towards Spire Fiends lowered requirement from 81 to 43. This gives it some actual fucking utility compared to where it is now. So, fine. Why? Like, what is the purpose to lower this from 62 to 61? This is such a... Okay, I guess maybe they have some calculation that made it seem like it was worthwhile to do. This is just, whatever. Random Ninja Stepping Stones towards Red Dragons requirement lowered from 83 to 56. Fine with me. Finally, we'll have the following new shortcuts. Fossil Island zipline from House on the Hill towards a small island where players can dive for underwater activities. Is there a reason for this? 1 second. From House on the Hill, which is here. I mean, sure, whatever. I mean, I don't see a downside to adding more shortcuts. If it's a cool thematic one, whatever. Waterbreath Island shortcut add to speed up to access the Dagoth Kings. That is goated. That is goated. Goated. It doesn't even have to be amazing, because you can already stay at Dagoth Kings for a very long time. But this is goated. I absolutely love this. Charlotte Village, add a shortcut entrances exit. North the village, fine with me. Colored heavily wall, shortcut near Allen's tree patch, fine with me. Okay, thieving. Alright. I remember looking at this a little bit briefly, and my thoughts were I didn't like these changes that much. I really didn't. I'll explain why. I think the only thing that really needs to be done to pickpocketing, as is, there's two things actually. One, get rid of coin pouches. It's stupid behavior. No, it's stupid for the game. Number two, change the fail rate. That's literally all that needs to be done for thieving. I cannot think of any other purpose of what needs to be done to thieving besides that. It is the only thing that makes thieving suck. Oh, sorry, that's not the only thing. There's a lot of other things that make thieving. Thieving sucks. Thieving is probably, in my opinion, the worst skill in the game. Some people will say, but what about agility or mining? Agility and mining can at least be done in semi-fun ways. I mean, I'm sure some people love to AFK them, but like that's fine. Agility you can't really AFK, but like, well, there is one way you can AFK it. There's a Kree Bus video about it, which is pretty good. But like, at least in agility, you can have some level of engaging content with Sepulcher. Mining's the same thing. Thieving, there is like only artifacts, which are like okay to do artifacts, but they're not like super fun. And then there's Pyramid Plunder, which is horrible. Like Pyramid Plunder is the best XP per hour in the game. It still fucking sucks. A second. How much does Pyramid Plunder XP give you per hour? It's 270k at level 91. It is significantly harder than everything else in the game in terms of like you actually have to be active and doing shit, and even at max efficiency you're still going to be getting less XP and less money than this at max level, at the proposed level. That's a bit much to me. At current requirement it gives you 178k. If you just changed the fail rates, this was up like from, what's the fail rates at? What's the rate? Like, look at this. Like, even at the start, you're at, what's it called? At the start, you're at like 64. No one uses Gloves of Silence, so fuck that. If you're using the RDK, which is what you probably should be doing, you'll get it to level 70% chance. At level 90 when you get access to it, which is awful. It feels horrible to pickpocket this. So, and that's because, I mean, to be fair, it's a very low rate. What about, so they want to raise the XP per hour. Burn XP per hour with diaries. Yeah, this just, I just feel like the tweaks of failure rates mean pickpocketing should feel better too. That's all I care about, number one. And I'm totally fine with spicing up the locations people go to for pickpocketing. The thing I just want to have happen at the end of the day is I think these XP rates are just way too high. I think really all they need to do is change the fail rates. Like the curves can be more flat, and then I think by 99 you should just have 100% chance to succeed in every pickpocket. And then just keep it like that. And then I think this is like the max they should get to. Because like right now you're making these. Additionally, we should absolutely make Pyramid Plunder better. Pyramid Plunder could be so much more fun by just making it more fluid. Right now it fucking sucks ass because of how slow it is. Like you pick up an urn and you're just sitting there for like 5 ticks, can't do fuck all. It sucks. It's not fun. If they made it more efficient and smooth, it'd be way more enjoyable. Artifacts is fine because you can multi-skill while doing it, so I don't have a problem with artifacts at all. I think they're okay the way they are. Stalls. Okay, nobody cares about stalls because they're horrible XP. They're good for the low levels and they give resources. Yeah, I remember looking at this. I thought all these were pretty much fine. I don't have any comments on this. I think all this stuff sounds good. Slayer, okay. Slayer, truth be told, it doesn't. The only thing it really needs to change is that it needs to actually have monsters that are worthwhile to kill or interesting to kill at the low levels. Basically, until you reach like level, oh man, like 75, Slayer sucks. It's horrible until you reach at least like 75. I mean, sure, you get a couple. You get like Dust Devils, which are like okay, but like they're just like faster to kill. There's nothing like cool that they drop. So, yeah. Or are they changing? They're getting rid of some of these tasks and some masters lists. Rock Slugs, Earth Warriors, Green Dragons, Bronze Dragons, Crawling Hands. Sure. I hate all these tasks. Banshees are kind of annoying, so I don't really care. Yeah, fuck all these things, who cares? Sheldar, yeah, assigns way too many annoying low-level monsters. I know it's like a lower-level Slayer boss, but it's like still a little bit too low-level in my opinion. Also, Steel, Bronze, Iron Dragons, these guys are fucking cringe to fight, so glad they're getting rid of that too. Okay. I saw they're also getting rid of Killer Watts, or whatever. Yeah, fuck Killer Watts. They're so stupid. They don't drop anything except like ashes. Okay. This, I did see someone talk about this, which is that they reduce the range defense, and they're gonna add a new thing called grounding bolts to make them more susceptible to range. Look, truth be told, are you all gonna fucking ever use crossbows against these guys? Come on, let's be serious. No one's gonna use crossbows against these motherfuckers. Yeah, dumb. Beaver spiders getting a loot table, that's crazy. I know, ridiculous. Anyways, glad they're getting fixed. Cave bugs, okay. This is the only cool thing. I think somebody had this idea, and it's like a really cool idea. So a new non-agreeable weapon that ranks after 100 uses has a 3-tick attack and a minimum hit of 5 against bugs. This is goated. This is goated. This is going to make TOB more accessible. This is going to make a lot of stuff better, but it's kind of making me wonder what the best in-slot... Well, I know Scurrius is technically the best in-slot melee XP right now, but this is crazy how good this is. So I like this a lot. This is a great idea. Okay. Slayer overall, yeah, these are all fine changes. Agility, slight things I wasn't really not super. I like almost all of the agility. I think everything agility is fine. Pickpocketing or thieving, I don't like the pickpocket changes that much. That's about it. Okay. Mining. I'm gonna come out and be the psycho. I don't think mining needs many changes. Very, I know, controversial opinion, but the truth is most players' perspective of how to play mining is just, I'm going to do Motherlode Mine till 99, shooting stars to 99, and that's it. There's a lot the skill has to offer. I just think that people don't really like to learn the more advanced methods, and that's why it feels like it's shit to them. But like, that's kind of like you're not even really trying to learn. Like, I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna say like sit here and say like people are just, they're not trying, therefore the skill sucks, and that's why they don't like it. I think the skill can be a lot more fun, but if you do it in certain ways, but that's just my personal opinion. Okay, so what are they going to do? Motherlode Mine, minigames and activities. Lower floor veins to run on 23 to 27 second timers. Sounds good to me. Upper floors last longer. This is really good. I'll take this. Having will provide XP. No downside to this at all, in my opinion. Getting the default upper cap. Default's like an upper cap 100% pay dirt. So white smash players are not doing a full deposit 80 pay dirt. I don't know. How do you guys do Motherlode Mine? The way I've always done Motherlode Mine is I only fill it up twice. The sack. I don't see a reason to fill it up multiple times. Maybe I'm crazy, but I've never saw the need to do that. Anyways, add a super hopper. A lot of players still allows an upper level. Sure, I'm down for this. Reduce the hopper level unlock requirement to 57. Upper level unlock to 7. Sure, why not? Never only one piece attached. Sure, whatever. Obtain golden explosion to look at the handed page 9 at a time. Sure, sounds good to me. These changes make unlocks more impactful while making the activity more reliably low intensity. Additionally, increasing XP rates level does make the activity more worthwhile for new players unless it's short to do. Stick up your heart with it. Yeah, this is fine for me. No downside here. Volcanic Vine. Make it more solo. Sounds good. Add Prospector outfit. Okay. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't like the idea of having this. I mean, I guess it's because we only have like one skilling outfit per skill. We might as well have it obtainable in multiple ways. I'm not against things being obtained multiple ways. I think this is fine. This is okay, I think. Remove the coach requirement to claim the rewards. Building up in the Fossil Island camp. Remove the coach requirement and the requirement to claim rewards from building up the Fossil Island camp. Oh, so just making it accessible immediately. Yeah, sure, this is fine with me. Unlocking Fossil Island automatically gives you access to Volcanic Mine. Sure, fine. Yeah. By improving the viability of solo play, we're also encouraging players to explore different roles at their own pace and find the end goal by maximizing their gains. I'm sure. Fine with me. I like this idea. Last time, add more good layouts per world. This means more layouts similar to the commonly used 6 vein spot within a reasonable distance. And deposit, absolutely. This is good. Largely increase the XP offered by 10%. I don't think there's any reason to have to do this. It already offers good XP per hour and good money per hour, but sure, whatever. Reduce the shop price of dynamite so irons can feasibly engage with last one without having to build up a stock of dynamite with other content. Sure. Prove run energy is handled during the activity of the presence of possible to allow run energy to generate while interacting with the veins. I'm okay with this. Fine with me. It's chill, fun, and massive XP's drops offered when claiming ores make it kind of unique, kind of satisfying. The changes are about making activity more approachable, especially for irons looking up to stock up on ores. Sure, I think Blast Mine's okay. I like Blast Mine quite a bit, so I've done it a little bit. I think it's kind of a fun activity, so sure. Amethyst Mining Guild, it's just Amethyst veins run a timer rather than whenever a single amethyst is mined. I kind of like this. It depends how long the timer is, though. Like, because Amethyst, the problem with Amethyst is, like, it's either really, really good or ass. Like, when you click on a rock because you're going to go, like, do something in, like, your real life for a second, and then your guy automatically mines it, and you're just waiting there, that kind of blows. So maybe making it last a little bit on a timer would be ideal, but if it's like, hey, the timer is, like, 30 seconds, I would probably hate that, because on average, the Amethyst mining time is, like, quite a while. So I actually really enjoy how long it takes to sometimes do it. Like, I use it to AFK a lot sometimes. And it depends on how this could, like, really ruin it. But we'll see. Rebalance mining gloves in terms of both price and passive effects so that they're more desirable and have utility across the skill. Sure. I don't like nothing here. Like, they know what they're doing. Like, they're just saying, hey, we're making all this stuff just feel better to use. Yeah, sure. Gem mining, cool. I don't discredit any of this stuff here. Sandstone, granite, quarry. Yeah, this is good. We need more spots to make it more viable. Regular mining, include geoid race across the board. Sure. Yeah, I mean, they're trying to keep the identity and stuff going together. Volcano. Okay. I think this was the general gist, is that we can make it so that Volcano can be, like, you can get a resource that allows you to pay for items or to get XP. Because right now you get, like, maybe 10k mine XP or some crazy shit like that. It's, like, horrible, but you can get decent money per hour. This makes it so it's, like, you can get XP without having to give up money. So, I'm cool with this too. I think this is a good idea. I'm in favor of this change whatsoever. But it also doesn't get rid of the uniques, which is the crystal tool seed, which is good. So yeah. Other stuff they wanted to add, everything else sounded good. After double goblin cave armor even from cave goblins. This is okay. I don't remember why this is useful. Is this make it so that, like, the agility course is better, I think? Or am I mistaken? I don't remember. Allow grant 50% fire making crafting. Okay, cool. I don't really know how this stuff works, so I'm not really going to have much of an opinion on it. Allow players to make both express in a single potion. This is good. I like this as well. Now, this one, I am against completely. What I actually want, can I be honest, I don't have an issue with make all on stuff, but I wish we had less things that were make all in this game. Or had the ability to at least disable the make all functionality. Because there are many times where I want to do certain forms of, like, crafting or fletching or whatever while doing activities or, like, in between, like, actions in the game, but I am unable to because the interface that pops up and then I have to select, yeah, I'd like to make all, slows me down. So, like, a good way to think about this is that, like, when I'm doing, like, agility and I'm running around the lab, I can click on, like, a high alch or something, and because you don't alch, like, it says, hey, like, do you want to alch your entire stack or something, it just automatically alchs the item, whatever. You don't have to give up any, you can literally weave in magic XP, money, and agility XP all in the same time without any waste. That's really cool. But that only works because there isn't a make all function thing that shows up. In my mind, I would just like them to have the ability to disable this, because, like, what if I want to craft, like, black d'hide bodies in my inventory or something like that, or make, like, battle stabs as I'm running agility labs, then bank. So, like, let's say I go to Sears. Or it doesn't even have to be Sears, it could be something else. It could be, like, I don't know, some activity, whatever, where it'd be useful. Or I'm running in between things and I want to, like, craft stuff without, like, having to go through another interface. I wish we could just have the option to disable the make all interface, but whatever. Have a Necklace of Faith, provide 25% prayer points. Sure, good. Give a Ring of Pursuit. There's no downside to this. What is the current if Rayt's aid? What does it do? Ugh. Yeah, that's horrible. Okay, yeah. Based. Let's change it. Let's change it. Cool. Alright, overall, like all these. Nothing wrong with them. Got alignment prayers. Okay, I remember looking at these for a little bit. I'm just gonna give my thoughts on each of the prayers. I don't want to spend too much time talking about this. I'll just go ahead and do this quickly because I also want to get to the Mage Train Arena. Actually, let's go to the Mage Train Arena because I actually haven't looked at the Mage Train Arena yet. Then I'll give my quick thoughts and then go outline prayers and I'll start doing the Inferno. It's been kind of... this took longer than I thought in the process of doing this. I gotta be more up to date on this because the fact I'm trying to do all three in one sitting is just, like, really bad. Anyways. Mage Train Arena. What's wrong? What's up with this? It's been a little more than a while since Poll A would be understand largely went to the sizes of Poll 80 Chambers of Xerix. Seasonal events can be the impact of the approach we take to Camera Xerix. Tweaks, we try something a little different. This quality of life poll, and to gauge your thoughts. Usually pills like this contain massive scattering of small tweaks, so a bunch of different things, a little something for everybody who'd like to experiment a little more, taking a really focused look at a specific piece of content, identifying tweaks that are small on their own, but add to become some more than some of their parts. Sure. The only thing, by the way, that I really want from the Mage Train Arena, out of all this, two things I really want. I want the Master one to be made better, so maybe have it give like 10% magic damage, so it has some level of utility. Maybe only 5%, because it's like really hard to get this item, so I just maybe 7.5%, because it's like, it's hard to get this. So like, why not make it good, you know? Infinity should also be like better. I think Infinity is useless, and I wish it was better. Potent Speeches has some niche utility, but yeah. And the Mage Book should also have some sort of utility as well. That's my take. Rebalancing the items. I'm curious to see if they're going to do that, and we'll see why. We'll see what they decide to do. Anyways, one of the outcomes of the piece of content being so ubiquitous is that people have opinions on it, and a lot of these opinions leave some room for impairment, or leave room for improvement. The changes proposed in today's big log aim to address some of the more common pains and points of frustration without necessarily speeding up the content or trivializing the chase for various rewards. Our hope is that these changes make you spend your time here, make your time spent here feel less frustrating by extension make the trade stream. Yeah, sure. Sure. Okay, telekinetic theater. Okay. My take on the telekinetic room. It's shit. But some people hate the telekinetic theater. The big issue with the telekinetic theater is it's like you make the statue move, but then you're stationary. And so you're not it's very frustrating to play with. Like content in the game where you do an action and then you just have to like take your hand off the keyboard and just like do nothing and stare at the screen, because if you look away from the screen you don't get enough time. Like there's a spectrum of how content should be. There's highly engaging, intense, fun, difficult content like Cox, TOA, Raids, Inferno. Inferno's not as much, I guess, like that until like the later waves, I guess, but generally speaking, yeah, like there's not that much content like that in the game. Or there's content, like, there is a lot of content like that in the game. That's like one side. But then you have the other side, which is like the AFK stuff. There's a whole spectrum of AFK-related content in the game. But the thing that but then there's also content which is like worse. It's like not AFK enough to be AFK, and it's not active enough to be active. But you have to be active, but like you just have to stare at the screen. It's not that fun. And that's like telekinetic theater, and in some cases agility to some people. So that's, yeah, this is like fits into that camp. And like Pyramid Blunder, this is like the old content that was like trying to be more active, but like they didn't figure out how to do that in a fun way yet. So let's see what they're gonna. So in my mind, the only thing they really need to do, in my opinion, is allow your character to do something else after casting Telekinetic Grab. That's all. That's my only opinion of what they need to be doing. Because because I will then fill that time with other stuff. You know? That's for me. Now for most players, most players don't like multi-skilling or doing other stuff at the same time. That's their own opinion. This is how I like to play the game. I feel like I would like to have the option to do other stuff while I'm casting Telekinetic Grab. If they just made that change, I'd be fine with it, personally. But we'll see what they're going to make. Obviously, that's not the only change they could make. They could make other ones like speed up the guy moving. They could make it give more XP, more bonus points or something. There's a lot of things they could do. But that's just like the bare minimum thing I would love them to do. Because then it would give me, at least I could do other stuff. Like, I'd like not be wasting my time, you know, waiting for the guy to like walk his ass over. Anyways. There's a lot of other stuff here. I'm not going to look at this. Oh, sorry. I am actually going to look at this. Never mind. Complete handful. Sorry. I'm going to ask you blah, blah, blah. To get a specific endpoint, complete a handful of mazes, and you'll let yourself a couple extra pizzazz points and XP, and it's simple enough on paper price, but it's pretty relaxed, but it can feel a lot more sluggish than the other rooms where you're able to expend some extra effort to get a little bit more output out of your time. Sure, our proposal for this room are all with the express intent of reducing the amount of time you spend waiting for golems to move or run energy to regenerate, or engaging with a dialogue box after every complete maze. They more or less do exactly what they say on the tin, so let's list them all out. Speed up the statue's movement. If we effectively make the statue run rather than walk, meaning it would slide gracefully along the floor at twice the speed that it currently does. Fine. Good idea. This works fine for me. Inside the telekinetic room, remove the delay applied after casting telekinetic grab. The only thing I cared about. This is the only thing I cared about. You'll be able to get the statue motion and start positioning yourself to the next move rather than waiting around. Your character carefully observes the telegraph projectile traveling slowly towards the statue for the 100th time. If it's something you'd like to see, we'd be open to rolling out this change to telekinetic grab's behavior across the wider game, so include a several poll question to see what you think. I don't know if I'm in favor of this, per se, but I do like this. Actually, I am in favor of this. I think this is fine to me. This is okay with me. I'm totally in favor of this, because it still opens up the option for doing other stuff in between those ticks, and it rewards players for wanting to be more active into the game, so yes. This is fine with me. Restore some of the players' energy after completing a set of 5 mazes. Yeah, cool. This aims to alleviate the need for stamina super energy potions, which can add a sizable extra cost for many players engaging with MTA in the early game. Automatically generate the next maze rather than requiring dialogue pump. Yes, sounds good. Add some token XP, meaning a small amount of additional XP after completing each maze. Yeah, why not? Make it worth your time to do. Make it a viable training method. All this is fantastic. I will vote yes to all of these. These are all good ideas. Yep. Yep, and I will do this. I will also vote for this as well. Yep. Fine. Okay, Alchemist Playground. This room, by the way, worst room in the whole thing. The worst room. Some people actually like this. I fucking hate it. I despise this room. It is so boring, so slow out of all the other rooms. And you can't look away from the screen. I hate this room. Anyways. Still think there are a couple store spots that can be smoothed out. Reduce the number of cupboards from 8 to 6, removing 2 empty cupboards from 1 from each rotation. Into each rotation. This means that you'll always be instantly search cover and figure out which rotation you're on. Fine. This isn't that big of a deal to me. This honestly isn't. Because the plugins that like tell you where everything is, this isn't that big of a deal. So, whatever. Maybe it means that you don't have to search 2 cupboards to figure out where everything is. You can just automatically find where everything is. But we'll see. Remove the cap of the number of coins you can deposit at once. It's currently set to 12k GP, and any coins you accumulate past is effectively wasted. It would be safer in this as necessary to prevent potential mass XP drops, result in nasty integer overflow values. Okay. Reduce the frequency of rotations by switching around 30 to 40%. This means you're able to pay full attention and play actively to maximize your gains, but you don't have to be totally locked in and can take things as slow as if you have to. Unpulled. Have items in the room ignore untradeable warning for alchemy spells. The items you pull out of the cupboards are different to their equivalents outside the room, meaning they trigger untradeable warnings even though the express version is to be alchemized. It's a small tweak, but hopefully cuts down the time spent in menus, reducing the risk of you forgetting to turn that particular warning back on once you're done. I'm so confused what this is even saying. Have items in the room ignore the untradeable warning option for alchemy spells. The items you pull out of the cupboards have different equivalents outside of the room, meaning they trigger untradeable warnings even though their express purpose is to be alchemized. Okay, I don't know what this is saying right now because I'm a little bit tired right now. I'm assuming this isn't that big of a deal though. Sure, fine. Keep the cupboard doors open. Their magical cupboards contain a limitless supply of things. It stands to reason that they could perhaps naturally keep the doors open too. Nah, fuck off. They can't do that. I want the doors to shut after every single time. Make people try harder. Where player, that's a joke. I don't want them to do that. This is fine. Where players deposit coins that aren't multiple of 100, give a % chance of gaining an extra point. This means that depositing 150 coins will give a 1 point and 50% chance to gain additional points, similar to how catalytic and elemental points work into the rift. Okay, they forgot the one thing that I think they want them to change in this room. Just increase the number of points per hour. It's so boring. This room takes a long... It's just too boring to me. I hate this room. This should help. All this stuff helps. It's not that much. I think the telekinetic one helps. We're good. This is not enough in my opinion. I just want there to be more points. That's it. This room sucks ass. I hate the alchemist room. So, maybe it gives good XP, that's why, but whatever. I think this room sucks ass. More XP for turning in the coins, I would also say, by the way, but that's my own thing. Okay, Chain Shipper, it's fine. It doesn't need anything. This room is super good in terms of like it's not the sore spot of MTA. Now people go running around trying to get Dragon Stones. It's not that good. Like the mechanics should work better. The whole like grab the different objects, like that should be rewarded, in my opinion. But it's not that big of a deal. They don't change anything on this one. You have a variety of approaches here, picking up a bunch of specific shapes and slowly enchanting them for fewer points, or manually enchanting each one of the things to speed them up. Picking up a variety of shapes to capitalize on rotating bonus shapes, or roll top of Dragon Stones so nobody else is doing the same thing as you. Yeah. We've not got too many changes here, but we're looking to make the intended method, not world hopping, a little better to improve the mid-intensity option of enchanting variety of shapes to give you a chance at finding sparkly surprise even if you're taking things slowly. Adjust the layout so that each corner of the room has at least one of every color shape. This is really good. They should do this for sure. Yeah, sounds good. You have a reasonable chance to find Dragon Stone amongst the shapes in the pile to give you a slight point to ejection if you're not opting. That's fine with me. For 5 players with a small amount of magic XP for every object deposited. And my neck is killing. Ugh. There's a small amount of magic XP for every object deposited. This makes the intended method a little more appealing from an XP per hour perspective since you'll be depositing more objects. Yep. Sure. Store bonus rune rewards to... Yeah, this is okay with me. All this is fine. I have no problem with this at all. The creature graveyard. Okay, this room, let's see. I'd like to make the room a tad bit more interactive than it currently is. In case you repress the memories of this one, the creature graveyard is one full of bones that you need to convert to fruitful, even more bones continuously fall from somewhere and deal consistent, but unavoidable damage. And interestingly, this room is one of the only rooms inside MTA that benefit from one of the rewards. Bones of Peaches, though this benefit is perhaps a little too understated at the moment. I'd like to make this room a tad bit more interactive than it currently is. Better reward players using Bones of Peaches. It's twice the cost of Bones of Banana and reduce 1 or 2 pain points. Make the following bones dodgeable similar to the following X mechanics in other locations, where players have an opportunity to move out of the way. Yeah, sure, I don't see a problem with this. This is good. This gives you some extra decision making between taking damage and exchange for better rates, as long as you're able to heal, or avoiding the damage and slipping as many spell casts as possible in between so that you don't have to eat the fruit you're making or leave the room entirely to heal up. Just the points awarded for depositing Peaches. Bones of Peaches cost twice as much as Bones of Banana. I like to give a point every 8 Peaches. This is apart from every 8 deposited. Oh, so make it twice as many points per hour. I honestly don't even think this is a good idea. Sorry. Actually, I don't mind. Fuck MTA. This is okay. I don't have a problem with this. Because it's just stupid the way it currently is. But to be honest with you, this isn't even necessary. Because the reason why I'm not, I don't know how I feel about this that much is because the benefit of the Peaches is that you can stay in the room longer and can spend more of your time turning in your fruit versus the bananas where you can't. The way most people do this room currently, this is fine. I don't think it's a big deal, but yeah, I get it, I guess. Inside the creature graveyard, remove the delay when casting Bones of Peaches, Bones of Banana. This ties in pretty nice into the whole dodgeable damage stuff. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, small amount of magic XP every fruit deposited. Yes. Enchantment room and store the bonus runes. Yeah, fine with me. I like all this. It's fine. Now, let's talk about the rewards. That's the only... There's no talk about the rewards. That's kind of cringe. The rewards should be better. That's for sure. Okay, well that's sad. I'm not too happy about that. Alright. Well, we've all been there. Rune Stocked Up podcast or long for oral source video servers open to make the grind bearable. Working up the Curse Central Telekinetic grab room where you're told you can't go in there without your progress set. Not to where the Interest Guardian is right there. Sure. So they just want to give you the ability to go into each thing without the... Oh, wait, what? There's the ninja. You don't have to carry the hat at all. Cool. Fine with me. They want to make some HUD improvements. Oh, I'm gonna miss the hat, man. Yeah, this is fine. Alright, sounds easy. Everything sounds good. No, I wouldn't vote no to everything. Okay. Ruinous powers. Or sorry, the new God Alignment prayers. I like the idea of the God Alignment prayers. I think they're a cool idea. Everybody likes them. The question is, I think they're only going to think of adding the rates of balance. They're not going to add everything else. Let's just go over everything quickly. These are the ones they've been thinking about for while Gothic sleeps, I think, the rights of balance. Okay, I looked at these for a bit. I have some interesting thoughts about them, so... Or I don't know if they're that interesting, but we'll see. Strike balance. Attacks have an X% chance to grant the player adaptation. Adaptation is the new status that provides bonus to accuracy, minimum hit, and prayer penetration to other combat styles for one attack. Now, I don't know to what degree I really like this. It's actually kind of cool. It's got some cool tech. The tech that I can think of that makes this ideal is like using this and then like doing a melee spec, right? So that that way you can then bonus accuracy and minimum hit and prayer penetration to other combat styles. I don't know if I really need all these effects, but I think it's okay. Like the idea of swapping to a spec. It can actually be kind of cool for PvP to have this idea. The problem with the God Alignment prayers, though, by the way, the big problem with it is that you have to take the full set. And that could be a problem where somebody's looking at this and goes, this prayer is really sick, but then like they don't want to use any of the other prayers, you know? So I'm not sure how I don't know how I feel about this, but we'll see. I think this is a cool concept overall. Neutrality. Now, I don't understand what this means. So, okay, the minimum hit is increased by Y%. Now, I don't understand what this means because here's the issue. The player's maximum hit is decreased by X while the minimum hit is increased by Y. What the fuck does that mean? The minimum hit is 0. So you're just saying 0%? I obviously don't think that's what it means, but like... I'm so confused. Like, is this only going to be applicable to, like, the, what's it called? To the Osmumten's Fang? That's the only item with a minimum hit that I know of. Maybe fire strike spells after the new Sunfire stuff comes out, or sometimes the fire spells after the Sunfire runes come out, but, like, what the fuck does it mean to increase the minimum hit? Does this mean, like, you can only at most hit less than like 50% of the max hit? I don't get what this prayer is doing. Like, I think it's like, I think I get the concept. I think like what they want to do is, they want to have your damage hit from 0 to like 20. And they want to decrease the range to here, so it's like 5 to 15. And like, that's like fine. Like, I'm okay with this concept. I like this concept, actually, to be honest with you. It's, like, fine to add. The problem is what are they saying? Is this what they're saying? Because this is not what this is saying here. This is saying something different. If they said something like, hey, if we want to say, hey, we're going to make the player's maximum hit and minimum hit, like, some different range per se, something like that. But, yeah, whatever. Other than that, which I think this is what they're saying, the other option is what they're saying is like, yeah, I think that's what they're saying. Now, in my mind, that might not seem like what's the benefit of this, but like it decreases the variance, so you have much more consistent kill times, and against enemies that you're going to overhit. So if you're going against enemies where, I think, let's say you're like killing something that has like, you know, 20 HP and you can hit up to like 25, you know, what this is going to do in some cases is this will make it so right now you have, let's say you hit 100% of the time just to make it easy. Well, whatever. Assuming you hit the enemy, you like roll an accuracy hit, you have a, what, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. So 6 out of, what is it, 26 hits? Total possible damage hits. And the reason I'm getting 26 total possible hits, because you have to remember, you have to include 0 as one of the possible values for damage you can roll. They're going to be changing this, I think, to only so that minimum hit is 1, but whatever. That's the idea. So Right now it's 26, so it's 6 out of 26, which is approximately 1/5 of the damage is what you can hit. Approximately, you will kill this guy in one shot 1/5 of the time. The problem is, it might be beneficial if you can change the range around to be the, like, let's say you hit between 12.5 is the middle of your damage. Yeah, that's actually a bad example. You might actually, if let's say, like, for instance, you do like 40 is your max hit, and you can lower this to be like, so you hit between like 20 and 30. The advantage of this now is that you will always max one hit these guys. That's like, this is an extreme example, but I think in some situations you can find situations where it would actually be beneficial to have a more consistent like range of hitting, you know? But I think in most situations this would not be like that important. It has some utility to have this. And it thematically fits with Guthix being like this balanced boss, right? But, or this balanced god, but like, I just don't see why you would use it that much relative to Strike Balance. Strike Balance just seems so much better, in my opinion, but whatever. But it's only useful in some situations. I think what this range should be, if you want my honest opinion, it should be that, like, you have, like 0 to like 25 is your range. Instead of being at like, you know, an equal distance away from the midpoint, it should be that like you're hitting like in this range. That way, like, it's not necessarily ideal for PvPers. This is not because I want to fuck over PvPers, but just because, like, so if this is like the midpoint of 12.5, whatever, or like it could even be like around here, but, or this is where the minimum hit could, like the new minimum hit could be on the prayer. This is effectively a damage boost, but it is like more balanced. So it's like, oh yeah, I think this would be cool. And this would effectively be just a raw damage boost on top of Piety, I'm assuming. I'm assuming you can activate both of these. Granted, you're draining prayer for doing both of them, but yeah, that's my take. I think that's how it should function personally, if you want my honest opinion, how I think this should function, because this has to have a benefit. It can't just, reducing the variance of a hit is very often not that useful. So reducing the damage range which you can hit around is, I can't think of any situations where that's useful unless you're fighting a monster that's like well below your maximum hit. Other than that, this, I think, shouldn't do that. So yeah, this should be a little bit, the range should not be just a equal range around the midpoint. It should be like, you get more, you lower your max hit by a certain amount, but you really increase your minimum hit range. Yeah, okay. Nature's Redemption, this is just a really good redemption prayer. No downside to this at all. This is fine. I'm totally in favor of this. If this is the main reward from like literally a Grandmaster quest, is now you get the best redemption spell in the game, and you have to take all these other spells, that's fine. But this is like, if we're using this as a base level, assuming how this is, we're gonna work the way I'm saying right now, this, and you have this, and you have this, this is actually really like a really good solid set of prayers that I'm actually in favor of. Natural Succession. Natural Succession. Damage above X% of your maximum health heals nearby allies by Y% of damage taken. It consumes prayer points per player healed. Okay. There's going to be some crazy alts methods that come out of we have this. I like this prayer from a function of like, it can add new utility and functionality to the game, and it's really good for people to like teach new players how to do certain raids. I'm trying to think if there's any high level tech that can come out of using this. I'm not sure off the top of my head right now. There might be some cool functionality that can come out of this, but I actually think this is kind of a cool. I am totally in favor of all these concepts. Maybe I'm too newbie to understand. People will be like, there's no purpose to this. I don't care. I think this is a cool function, and it gives like utility, and I think these prayers are fine, as they are, and this is good enough. These three are good. Did they talk about only going to 3, or am I mistaken? Oh, they should have had... Did they talk more about it? Let me check. Maybe they're not even using these ideas anymore. 1 second. Nope. Seems like it's good here. This range just made trainer really heavy. Okay, Zaros, blah 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 blah. Okay, Zaros, Ruinous Powers. Take take whatever of the Ruinous Powers. Let's see what we got here. Umbra's Vow attacks drain your opponent's defense by level by X% damage up to Y% of maximum defense. Okay, so this is a fine. I have no problem with this at all. I think decreasing the value or the dependency on the Dragon Warhammer and like other defense training options is fine and put into other areas is like fine by me. I don't have a problem with this. It's entirely dependent on the numbers is the thing. So we'll see. Fumis's Vow. Upon being poisoned, when the player gains poison severity as an accuracy bonus for their next attacks within X ticks. You know what I would really like for something like Fumis's Vow? If we had a better way to poison ourselves, I think I'd like Fumis's Vow more. You know, because, like, there's not really a good way to poison yourself. If there was a good way to, like, poison yourself in the game so that you can, like, use it in an intelligent, like, in an intentional way to, like, attack or, like, get more accuracy, that'd be kind of based. That'd be goated. But there just isn't anything like that, so it kind of sucks. Because it's like, oh, so now you only use this. I mean, but then again, it isn't... The nice thing about Ruinous Powers, that you can choose whatever spell, or sorry, God Alignment you like. The nice thing about Ruinous or the God Alignment prayers is that you can choose whichever one is suitable to the particular content you're doing. So you can say like, oh, I'm gonna go fight whatever boss. Let's say you're gonna fight like Zulrah or something. I'm going to utilize Fumis's Vow to like take advantage and kill Zulrah. Sure. But I don't know. That's my current thoughts right now. Glaci's Vow. Gain X% defense bonus while user is standing still. I do really like this concept, by the way. I do really like this as a concept. But something I'm not like... One second, let me just fix something here quickly. One thing I don't really like, sorry about that, one thing I'm not sure of with this is that, like, this is cool for some sorts of, like, AFK content, if you're just gonna, like, do AFK Slayer. It might have some utility in, like, raids, in some unique situations, that this might be advantageous. I can think of a few. So I'm not, like, against this idea, by the way, as a concept. I would prefer this, by the way. Can I recommend a change to this prayer? I would like it to where you gain X% defense while walking. So like you gain defense while standing still, but then if you like walk, you don't lose the bonus, but if you run, it's all gone. I think I would prefer that, because that would actually open up particular or interesting ways of utilizing this prayer and like potentially motivate new ways to do content that I would enjoy. I think that would be a better way to instantiate this, because as this stands, it's not motivating. But if you were like doing, let's say, what's it called? Like this could then be used on Vorkath for a little bit, in a little better ways. This could be used potentially on, what's his face, the guy from Desert Treasure 2, Bardorvis potentially. If the axes are in certain positions, you might be able to walk and get out of their range, or you decide to just tank him. That's cool. I like that concept. This might be... No, it wouldn't really be used in Leviathan. Might be used in Duke. Yeah, there's a lot of things that are really cool. This could be, if you can walk and keep the defense, maybe you like cut the defense in half, but you don't lose all of it if you walk. This could be really interesting. Or maybe you don't gain any defense while you're walking or whatever. But I think that'd be a really cool idea. Like, yeah, I think that'd be cool to do it that way. I'm gonna recommend. They've already closed the poll though, right? Fuck. Okay, I'll actually maybe put something about that on Reddit and see if people like the idea. But we'll see. Anyways, okay, Korra's Vow. After killing a target, convert X prayer points into hit points. Trying to think how I feel about this. Yeah, I like this. This is cool. Yeah, I think walking would be so much better if you could do this. This would be so much better for walking than if you could have that ability. But we'll see. Yeah, this is. I think these are all fine. I don't have a problem with these. I think these are. I like all these actually. Okay, Sarens. Remember, I wasn't a huge fan of Sarens, but we'll see. Negative attacks. Okay, standard slumber. Negative effects timers such as bleed, poison, burn, disease, and venom. Venom or frozen player has this active. Okay. It's thematic. They did a good job with the theming, by the way. It's thematic. Is there a utility to this? Yeah, I think it's fine. I like this. I think it's okay. This is good. Crystalline Redemption. Overhead Prayer heals the player by 25% of their base prayer level if they fall below 20% of their maximum hit points. Granted per points fully. Okay, this is just redemption, but it procs sooner. This is actually really cool. I like this idea a lot. Some people might not be big fans, but like in some situations, this actually opens up the possibility of using redemption in areas you wouldn't normally use it in, because the max hit might be too high. So I actually don't mind this too much. It's not super useful, but it might be somewhat useful in some situations. So I'm actually like totally in favor of it. Harmonize, incompatible with guiding strikes, which I guess is like the last prayer, but whatever, we'll see. Makes it a standard prayer. Attacks apply vulnerability for 1 tick is this new status that increases damage taken by X%. Don't we have a spell called vulnerability? Like the standard spell book? Yep. That decreases defense by 10%. Okay, that needs to be thought about a little bit, but whatever, sure. Increases new damage by taken by X%. That seems fucking crazy. It depends heavily on how much damage we're doing. I'm down for it. It looks cool though. Guiding strikes increases attacks. Increases nearby allies attack by bonus by X% of your style. Of your chosen style's bone attack bonus for Y. Attacks increase nearby allies' attack bonus by X% of your chosen style's attack bonus. This is accuracy. This increases the accuracy of the players by Y%. By Y. No, for Y, I guess Y seconds is my guess. So you flick it on, person does a Dragon Warhammer spec, and then you can use Harmonize the rest of the fight to decrease, to have a potential chance of doing more damage. Support class. No, I think this is cool. I actually like these all. It's entirely all based off numbers. I don't see a problem with any of these personally. Oh wait, this is only for one tick. That's really tough. Can be kind of goated, but it's tough to use. Yeah. Anyways, so far I like all these things. I'm gonna go now do the Inferno because I've been talking about this for a long time, and I would like to do that now. So let's go do that. Anyways, so far from everything I missed, it looks all good. I'm happy with everything. All right, let's go to the Inferno. Well, we're not going to do the Inferno. We're going to try to get as far as we can. We'll probably die instantly. That's okay. I'm totally cool with dying here. Wow, Amethyst is dropping like crazy. Okay, let's go get that stuff done. That took a long time. It's been a while since I did everything. Let's just get the Ring of Suffering on, because I think it's going to benefit us more to have it on. Okay, and we're also gonna go to we're gonna go to Varrock Grand Exchange. We're gonna fill up all of our shit because I would, we're gonna fill up like our blowpipe and everything, and make sure all of our armor is good, and make sure we have enough runes because let's go crystal shards. Crystal shards. Let's check everything here. That doesn't have full charges. We're gonna fully charge it. Do 10. How much does 10 do now on this? 23 charges. Charges. I think that's probably fine. Actually, how much do we have? No, we're gonna stop that. We're not gonna. The cactus seed. How much does this have? 2,400. 1,000. Let's do like whatever. 500 or 4? Is it 4? Jesus. Let's have. Okay, that's probably doing okay. Let us then add. How much do we have to Zora scales? Let's fill it up. I just don't want to be like potentially losing out on anything. Actually, I probably should repeat this. Okay. Anyways, that being said, because I have one more day left. Anyways, that being said, let us buy Zora scales. 10k. And then dragon darts. Let's buy 2,000. That's very expensive. I really need to get amethysts. Okay, we're almost full. I'm not going to worry about it anymore. And we got to get runes. Okay. Figure, and we're going to do this. I think we should just buy a few more death runes, probably. Oh, damn. Let's buy, like, 10k of these. We're going to use them as kind of like my mentality. Let's buy blood runes as well. 5k of these, and then soul runes. Like I'm just feeling like better safe than sorry to have everything, and then like, cool. So that way we're like completely loaded. Don't have to worry about shit. Okay, cool. Cool, perfect. Alright, and let us head. We're still going to bring the SGS in because there's no reason to not bring it in. Because it's just literally gives so much in the way of prayer restore that you kind of just like, I can't think of a conceivable reason to like not bring it in. Okay, we gotta get ancients. Oh, okay. Okay. I actually might turn the music off and try to put on just the inferno stuff because I want to be focused on that. Okay, let's do that for right. Let's check out how good the sound is here. me just check out how good the sound is in here. I might just be really delusional, but I'm curious how loud it is. Really delusional, but I'm curious how loud it is. Put on the is in here. I might just be really delusional, but I'm curious how loud. Okay, it sounds like so far like okay. I mean, it probably could be a little bit. Okay, let's test this now and see how loud this is. Okay. How loud is this relative to me? It sounds very loud on my end, but we'll see. Loud on my end, but we'll see. Loud on my end. Relative to me, this is. Okay. How loud is this relative to me? It sounds like decent. So I'm gonna leave it on like this, and I'm just gonna turn it down on my end so it's not super loud and blowing out my ears. But that's okay. Let's get ready. Alright, we go in. Now we go into the inferno. Get her shit kicked in. Let's turn this to be blood barrage. I'm probably going to be doing almost all manual casts, but still. Alright, let's see how much I remember. It's been like a week since I last tried this. Oh, I missed it, guys. Please die. Why am I casting spells? I should be using my... Okay. What am I doing? I'm not praying a lot, like fast enough. Alright, not the best in terms of like how I dealt with that blob, but you know, much to be improved still. Not the best. I'm not dealing with this stuff the best right now, but... Actually, I can read something over here, so I even have to leave. Okay. Alright, we're gonna practice doing the flicking stuff, or like talking prayers, which is the part I'm not very good at right now. All I have to do is swap as soon as the prayers hit me. Alright. Probably should be healing up, but that's okay. Shit. This has been a disaster so far. Okay. Jesus, that did not go well. That's okay, we're gonna hit the blob. Okay, not the end of the world. We're kind of recovering. We still have a chance to kind of like redeem ourselves, I guess. You had to use a brew, like a whole brew up, which is kind of not ideal, but... Okay. I think I... Probably should have hit him with my, Okay, that was not good. So, I'm gonna try one thing just to kind of like learn exactly what I want it to do. If I'm here, he can't really see me from here, can he? I can go like here. If I go like here, do this, he can't really see me from there too, right? Not ideal. So he's fucked. Let's kill him first. I don't want to deal with the blob last. The blob is the most annoying. Blob here. I should probably retreat to this part behind the pillar once he dies, because his guys are going to get stuck on this side and this side of the pillar. So we're going to go out here. We're going to attack him. We're going to swap to range so that he hits me. Wait a second, swap to mage. Wait a second, swap to range. Okay, cool. Cool, swap to mage. Swap to melee. Cool. Right. Might try to attack me. Okay, kind of had an idea. Okay, that wasn't ideal at all, the way that I handled that, and I think going forward, the way I'm gonna handle that is by just running south, because that was just fucked and I wasn't really sure how to deal with that at all. Okay, we're gonna go out here. Because, like, in this situation with him, I clearly can't do this. He'll just come. Wait, what? Why is he chill now? Huh. So if I'm here, he'll attack me. Okay, so if he's behind the pillar like this, as long as I'm out here, he's not going to bother me. Once he leaves here, he'll attack me. And then, like, up here... Okay, I think I've learned something of interest. Well, I learned something kind of cool. Actually, no, what am I doing? I should really be... my goal isn't to, like, beat this, it's just to get to majors, is really my goal. Okay, let's just not panic. Okay, what am I gonna do here? I think I'm gonna swap to the Bofa. I'm gonna come here. Come around here pretty soon here. Okay. It actually probably would have been better to attack him because the meleeer, because at least I would have like known what his attack patterns are and stuff. Whereas this guy, I'm kind of a little bit like kind of having to guess everything and deal with a lot of stuff at the same time. But it's good practice, so I'm not too bummed out about it. All right. Too late on that. It's okay. Yeah, that was also not good, but I was told double blob waves are tough. Okay. I'd say it's better. really focused. Sorry. Actually, oh my god. I might zone out pretty soon though. I can just tell I'm like starting to lose focus right now. I'm like trying to focus. I'm trying to demand my focus comes back. I am actually just gonna try to get this guy from here. It's not gonna work. You know what? I'm just gonna attack this guy from here. I don't know how to fix this. Let's try to get some prayer back. I don't know how to fix this. Like, I think am I just gonna have to burst down the blob and hope I don't die in the meantime? Is that really the strat, or is there a better way to do this that I'm just not aware of? There's like the 2-tick flick, maybe that's what it is? You gotta use that option. That wasn't very good. this is not going as well as I thought it was gonna go. After this run, if I assume I die pretty soon here, I'm probably just going to get off because I'm pretty tired right now. Holy shit, I am drained. Just mentally. I have no idea how to deal with these guys. Jesus. Maybe I could have gotten them by like walking the guy out here without him attacking me. Wasn't really sure if I could have. much prayer as we can. Oh shit, I should have used the sword on him. It's okay. Or as much health back as we can. Shit. Where's my guy doing here? I'm getting shit on, man. Oh. I don't even have an idea of how I would even solve that. Not even the faintest clue what I would do to deal with that. Oh man, I'm fucking cooked. I can just tell. My brain is like working at 2% capacity right now. Holy shit. I am not thinking at all. I was operating all off instinct. Oh man, okay. Anyways, I'm gonna go. I gotta go like even just lay down because I'm so tired. Oh, alright. Anyways, we'll try again sometime soon. Maybe like Wednesday or something. I'm not sure. Alright, thanks everybody that joined. Appreciate it. Try to start getting back into this a little bit more consistently, but we'll see. Pretty busy guy. But yeah, eventually I'll get this cave. That was actually substantially better than I usually do, so I'm not actually that disappointed, but I do need to like spend some more time just figuring out like what do I do about those types of waves with like the blobs and the rangers. I'm just not sure what I do with that. That just felt like I felt so helpless on that, but okay, yeah, we'll figure it out though. All right, thanks.